This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action. Stamford Bridge, the venue for this game, a stadium that always has a bit of a neighbourhood feel about it. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And what we have to look forward to is the second leg of this Champions League semi-final. It's Chelsea against Paris Saint-Germain.
I have to say, PSG were brilliant in that first leg. They completely dominated the game, and I really can't see tonight being any different.
And here's how it looks for Chelsea. Trevor Chalobah plays alongside Wesley Fofana in central defence. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. Introducing the Paris Saint-Germain starters. Achraf Hakimi plays with Nuno Mendes in the fullback positions, and the lead striker is Ousmane Dembélé. And the referee's whistle indicates the beginning of this match. Reece James. Wesley Fofana. Cucurella. James. Oh, got into position brilliantly.
Yeah, he really did anticipate where that ball was going.
Ferreira. Showing good situational awareness. Moises Caicedo. Cucurella. It's a neat move. It's a perfect challenge. Ferreira. On to Kvaratskhelia. Dembele. On to Mendes. Intercepted effortlessly. Reece James. Cucurella. Fernandes. This looks interesting. And there to intervene. That's a good-looking ball. Oh, could be. And a goal! They start as they mean to continue. They make the opening statement.
Here we can see it again. It's all about the pace of the passing. One touch, slick movement, and the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Hakimi. Attacking possibilities for PSG. And played in. Clearance left a bit to be desired. Now a decent position. Now with Kvaratskhelia. Good looking move. Well read to ease the pressure. Lovely ball. Well, possibilities inside the box. Really fine piece of defending play to break it up.
Well, they certainly got their defensive shape absolutely right there.
Oh, useful ball. Decent position. And look at this! And a goal! Not over just yet.
Well, let's look at this again. The 1- and 2-touch passing is absolutely outstanding to play around the pressure, and he makes no mistake with the finish. He showed a lot of composure there.
So back underway with the lead standing at 2-0. Nuno Mendes. Now with Pacho. Neves. Good looking move. Vicha Kvaratskhelia. That's a good looking pass. Surely. The confidence really coming out. Is it going to be? And safely dealt with.
Well, a goal here, and that would give them a nice cushion. It needs to be a good ball into the box and somebody attacking it.
So the corner played into the box. Well, it comes to nothing in the end. Clearly took a touch on the way out of play, so a throw-in to come. Enzo Fernandez. Moises Caicedo. Trevor Chalobah. Reece James. João Pedro. Pass chiselled nicely. And that is offside. Hakimi. On to Vitinha. Warren Zaïre-Emery. That's a good-looking ball. Now what can they do from here? Genuine chance. Well, it goes down as an opportunity, but an opportunity squandered.
Yeah, that really would have put them in control of the game.
Chalobah. João Pedro. Really good interception. And Chelsea get the decision from the referee. Reece James. Now with Palmer. Fofana. Caicedo. Nice looking pass. Showing a good reading of the game. João Neves. On to Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Now what can Paris Saint-Germain do from this position? That's a useful cross. Well, I'm not sure the keeper particularly wanted that, but danger averted for now. James. Gusto. Now with Palmer. Malo Gusto. Reece James. Fernandes. On to James. Cole Palmer. Interception to snuff out the danger. Nuno Mendes. On to Neves. Can they carve out a chance?
Now, where's the penetration?
Dembele. Now with Neves. Well, it's a textbook example of dynamic passing. Well, unable to bend his run, offside. James. Trevor Chalobah. Cucurella. Now with James. Malo Gusto. Just lost his focus. Throw in here. Mendes. Showing good defensive judgment. Good distribution. Warren Zaïre-Emery. Now with Vitinha. Vicha Kvaratskhelia. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, that's a really good pass. Oh, did so well to cut it out.
Well, without that interception, I think they were in.
Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Crossing into the middle. Oh, the threat level is still high. Now opening things up. That's a good-looking pass. And the first 45 minutes have come and gone here at Stamford Bridge. So the beginning of the second half here at Stamford Bridge. Zaïre-Emery. Now with Vitinha. Well, good idea. Keeper might be able to get his body in the way. And there it is, penalty. Music to the ears of their fans. They can sense a place in the final.
Well, here we can see it again, and he's done well to read the intentions, but just can't get a touch on it as it sails over him. So close to being a fantastic stop.
Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs. Neto. On to Caicedo. Malo Gusto. Now with James. Caicedo. Fernandez. Fofana. Cucurella. Neto. Caicedo. Pass chiselled nicely.
Now they have to make the most of it.
And out of play for a Paris Saint-Germain throw-in. Under pressure, doesn't seem to be bothering him. João Neves. Vicha Kvaratskhelia. Now with Mensch. Good patient build-up as they try to fashion something. Cross could be useful. He's got acres of space. And opting for power over placement, but not the desired result. Pereira. Now with Hakimi. Maybe dangerous here. Well, couldn't bend his run and the flag went up. Cucurella. James. Pedro Neto. Well, fine work from Paris Saint-Germain to win the ball back. João Neves. Oh, that's splendid play. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Over the touchline for what will be a PSG throw. So a half an hour remaining. Cucurella. And taking it away. Well, standing off a bit, aren't they? Plenty of support here. Nice looking move, this. Oh, it's on! Touched onto the woodwork. Spot on with that tackle. Reece James. Counter-attacking chance. Back now to the goalkeeper. Nuno Mendes. On to Pacho. And Chelsea moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? James. Composed and patient passing. Chalobah. Cucurella. Cucurella. Fernandes. Ball lost by Chelsea. Hakimi. Here's Marquinhos. Willian Pacho. Now with Hakimi. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. Fernandes. João Pedro. Chelsea couldn't maintain possession. Kvaratskhelia. Ferreira. Marquinhos. And he read it well. Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez. Cucurella. Fernandes. On to Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez. Now with Caicedo. Reece James. Gusto. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Now PSG moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? Dembele's in the centre. Well, when it left the boot, I thought it might have a chance of fooling the keeper, but it didn't. Reece James. Pedro Neto. And out for a throw-in, just misfiring with the pass. PSG are going to switch things around on the personnel front.
Number 9, Liam Rosenior.
Mendes. Very effective pass. On to Vitinha. Options in the middle. Well, far from the cross he had in mind. Goal kick it is. Not a successful intervention, winning the ball back. And Chelsea get the decision from the referee. Palmer. Cucurella. Trevor Chalobah. Fernandes. I'm trying to switch the play, but failing to do so accurately. Gonzalo Ramos. Now with Hakimi. Marquinhos. On to Vitinha. Here's Marquinhos. Now with Vitinha. Gonzalo Ramos. Could play it in. Well, no pressure on the keeper. Poor cross. Chalobah. Malo Gusto. Fofana. Fernandes. Wesley Fofana. Gusto. Fofana. Cucurella. Malo Gusto. On to Caicedo. Fofana. So 3 minutes of stoppage time it'll be. Caicedo. Cucurella. Now with Palmer. Cucurella. Moises Caicedo. Trevor Chalobah. Gusto. Fofana. Fernandes. Pedro Neto. The referee's whistle for full time, and Paris Saint-Germain will be in the final.
Well, it wasn't a great display from them today. I'm not sure they had the right in the win today, but he wasn't at his very best, I have to say. He can really affect a game when he plays well, and he didn't do that today.